There's a new bill that Governor Abbott will sign. It requires sheriff's departments across the entire state of Texas that run county jails to work with ICE to check people booked into the jail to see if they're in the U.S. illegally and have a hold on them placed by the feds. Until now, it's been voluntary, and federal records show Ellis, Parker, Rockwall, and Tarrant counties are already participating in what is known as the 287G agreements. Counties will be required to take part in one of three programs now: serving administrative warrants in the jails, allowing local and state authorities to execute civil immigration warrants on behalf of the federal government, and allowing local and state law enforcement to conduct limited immigration enforcement activities. Now here's Jack's interview with Republican State Representative David Spiller of Jacksboro, who sponsored the bill in the House.
What it's going to do is it's going to allow all Texas sheriffs and counties within the state that operate a jail or contract for the operation of a jail to cooperate with our federal partners, cooperate with ICE to, and our focus has been primarily the in-jail model. People that are already arrested on other charges, we're just asking them to be able to identify the folks that are there, that are arrested, to see if they have ICE warrants, to see if they have detainers, to see if they have warrants for removal, and to participate in that federal database to identify those folks so they're not inadvertently bonded out and released on the street to commit other offenses and crimes.
You've called this a public safety bill.
I believe it is, absolutely.
Why?
The unprecedented number of illegal aliens that have come across that either are convicted felons, rapists, murderers, child molesters, things like that, that have come into our community, terrorists that have come into our community, and they are among us, and they are picked up on other charges sometimes. We need to identify those people. We need to know if they have those other charges. We need to know what their criminal history is. And unfortunately, we have some counties, some larger, that choose to turn a blind eye. They probably suspect that they may have warrants and other things there, but they choose not to check it. What we're asking them to do is to do their job respectfully and check and cooperate with our federal partners to make sure that we identify the folks that are a public safety threat to us. That's the focus of SBA.
You mentioned President Trump, and Democrats have criticized this. They didn't vote for this, and they have said that basically they believe this is just a messaging bill to please President Trump. What do you say to that?
Well, no, this is very much needed, and I've been working on this with other stakeholders for the past year and a half before President Trump was ever elected back into office.
Well, Democratic State Rep Ramon Romero Jr. of Fort Worth voted against the bill and is now calling it unnecessary.
For over 2 sessions now, we have penalized sheriffs and sheriff's officers if they don't turn someone over to ICE. So we already know that there's coordination in county jails with ICE to ensure that those folks are being checked. We know that sheriffs around our state are not letting people go. I voted against it, 1, because I don't think that it's necessary, 2, because it gives rise to the idea that people can create a model like Sheriff Arpaio did in Maricopa County in Arizona, which allows those officers to go out in the field and act as ICE officers. If all we did was warrant service officer model or jail model, which is what there is in Tarrant County, we would ensure that no person that has a criminal record or has an ICE detainer would leave. That's really all we should do. But this bill allows for a very dangerous task force model that if people want to take that model on, which I hope that the people that are watching your show, Jack, are ensuring that their county does not take on that model. And if they do, just be aware that that is a very dangerous precedent that's already been shown. It's why President Obama did away with it after he brought it on board. And it's not been brought back by any president until Donald Trump said, we want to do this again. So I don't like what can be done, but I also know at the same time that it's not necessary because sheriffs are already doing this across the entire state of Texas.